Namaste.
Namaste.
Continuing with this mythical character of ancient Celtidom, the Dagda Moor. It's also called the Father. Here in Turtle Island, he is who it means whenever you say our maternal grandfather. This is an ancient story, and also my painting here is the name of the story. It's really just called The Terrible Young Woman. I've added the terrible young woman with all the hair. And also here, this is a comb. The hair comb is in the women's culture from the earliest times. We, the Celtic Ensemble, have an album we put out with an ancient Celtic replica of the comb. This is from West Africa, where there still are matriarchal cultures there. And here she's carrying a comb. It's also, I read in the magazine, an actual phenomena that here and there are women who actually have this incredible hair that just goes and goes and goes. And so actually that's in the story. And this is in the earliest time. Sabin is the end of summer, and that's what leads into Halloween. In Celtidom, it wasn't just one night, but it was a few weeks before the end of summer, Sabin, and then begins the night, the long, long night. Blackness is her body. So this is that eve, we would call it, where the Dagda is walking about. Now he's a pretty outrageous character. The Druids modeled themselves on him. He's one-legged, just like our Shawnee. They're one-legged, and he wears a cape, and he paints his eyelids blue, and he shaves the front part of his head, and he has strange jewelry, and he can call his harp just like the Cisco Kid calling Diablo, Diablo, and all of that. So it's totally dark. It's totally dark, and Dagda is out walking in the dark, and this terrible young woman is walking in the dark. And then, bam, they run into each other, both totally startled. And of course, her startlement causes all this hair to come out, tons of it, totally fills the sky, and then comes down in great oodles, great oodles. And of course, this is getting very dangerous because it's likely to smother the Dagda. Run out of air with all that hair. So he's a wizard. What's he going to do? Hair, comb. He conjures up a great comb. Then he conjures up a great big wheel like a unicycle, and he mounts that comb on that wheel. He whistles for his harp, and he begins to play his harp. And that comb starts to work, and the wheel rolls back and forth all the time. That comb musically stroking that wild, woolly hair of this terrible young woman. And it goes like that, rolling and rolling across the ground, across the landscape, like that, till finally, all of her hair gets calmed down. And here she now awards the Dagda. You are my great Philippi, the greatest man alive. And so that's quite an honor. But that's not the end of it. This wheel rolling back and forth had made a huge crevice in the ground. And that crevice began to open up. And then came up from the underworld everything that had ever been born and lived and died, and everything that could have lived and born and died. And that's where we got what the English call Halloween. All of these characters came out like that. And they all became little kids to go around asking you for trick or treats. So that's how it all got started.
Thank you.